Thank you very much, Honorable. Of course, the theme of this discourse was interrogating the Ondo South agenda. Honorable Ayedatiwa, I'd like to ask, is there really an Ondo South agenda?
Well, I cannot say no, neither can I say yes. But the truth is, some people are clamoring that there is Ondo South agenda, as you call it. And some were saying, but the agenda differ from the two camps that are clamoring for Ondo South agenda. I know there is a political party that is being, whose candidate is from the South, that is Zenith Labour Party, who is preaching Ondo South agenda, that right now, Ondo South should produce the next governor. But there is another school of thought from the same Ondo South who is saying, no, the Ondo South agenda is, we will wait for another 4 years so that the North can complete their 2 terms so that Ondo South will now produce the next governor. So it's also an agenda. So you see two different groups of people, pushing for Ondo South agenda. But the definition differs based on interest. But I can tell you the majority, that's where I'm going, the majority of the people from Ondo South Senatorial District is saying that Central had their 80 years. Let us allow the Northern Senatorial District also to have their 80 years. The term that is allowed by the Constitution, that after the North, the next governor will be produced from the South, and that the South also will want to enjoy their 2 terms. So that is the most popular agenda the majority of the Southern people are backing.
Thank you very much. Professor Faduyile, what's your take on that?
Well, I want to just agree with our Deputy Governor designate, but importantly, not only in agreement, when you have someone who is doing well, who the work is speaking for him, whose work is visible, then you now say you want to have an agenda to truncate a good work. Even the Bible says there is time for everything. There is time for everything you will want to do in the world. So the time for the South to have its own governor is definitely in 4 years' time. Our Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, SAN, has proved beyond expectation that he is a workaholic, he has the foresight, he's focused, and he has the development agenda for Ondo State. We don't need to, because of our interest, parochial interest, that we have an agenda or agendum that it must only be a Southerner that can get things done. And even if it's going to be an Ondo South agenda, Ondo Southerners should be able to sit down together and decide amongst the plethora of gladiators who should be the one to represent us. Someone cannot appropriate and take himself as the person who will choose, who will determine, and who will be the agendum for the Southern Senatorial District. So, what we are saying, which I want to say I'm totally in line with the Deputy Governor's the candidate, is that Ondo South agenda is real, and the majority of the gladiators believed the Ondo South agenda is for Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, SAN, to complete his tenure, and the governor shift to the southern part of the state for us to have a governor who will continue in the direction of where he has stopped.
Professor Faduyile, we followed your tenure as the president of Nigerian Medical Association, particularly during the time that the coronavirus pandemic really was very fierce. And we observed that, of course, you were in the forefront of the battle to ensure that the pandemic is curbed in Nigeria. With the benefit of hindsight, sir, would you say the Ondo State government did manage well the coronavirus challenge?
Well, thank you very much. I will want to first appreciate the governor of Ondo State, Arakunrin Rotimi Akeredolu, for the good responses that we have from our state branch when I was president. One, he was one of the few governors who supported the control of Lassa fever. He did a lot of great things, and we're having that feedback. And when coronavirus came, we must also commend the government, because when it came to Ondo State, he was able to act swiftly to ensure that he called for a lockdown, and was able to trace all the contacts at that time, while people were still saying it is not here, not there. And the state Ministry of Health and the state government started a lot of education, jingles. If Ondo State had taken a period before the response, I will tell you that Ondo State case will be close to what we saw in Ogun State or in Kano State. And even after controlling or curtailing the spread, the state government had been consistent in getting the isolation centers put in place early enough, getting early treatment. And well, on a sad note, we had to lose the chief person in charge, that is the Honorable Commissioner for Health, and everybody attested that the Honorable Commissioner for Health at that time was up and due in containing this virus. So I can tell you categorically, the state is one of the few states that we can say that they did very well in its response towards containing coronavirus pandemic in this country. When I addressed the Nigerian Government Forum, Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu also spoke, and he gave his words that he was going to pay the health workers the necessary emoluments. And I can tell you, shortly after that, he came out and he announced, although it was difficult at that time to have enough money to pay, he did pay. So these are the things in which we want to appreciate the governor, and we want to further encourage him to do more for the state. We have a lot of things we can talk about in terms of health. Are we talking of the University of Medical Sciences? You need to go there and see the wonders that is doing there. So I can tell you that in terms of health, Ondo State government, Ondo State people should be rest assured that their health is in a capable hand with Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu SAN leading the state. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Faduyile. On a final note, Ayedatiwa, what would you say are the social service deliverables of the Governor Oluwarotimi Dayo Akeredelu's government so far?
So if you drive around Ondo State, across the 18 local government, you see this everywhere. You know, the foundation is very important, especially at the primary school level. That is happening. And once we're able to get the foundation right, then the pupils will be able to, you know, build upon that at the secondary school level. So the secondary schools too are not left out, even the university. Akungba today, I think, is being rated as one of the best private state university, not private, but state university, not the federal one, in Nigeria. So because of the facilities and the support this government have given to them. Look at Osutech, that was abandoned for 80 years by the previous administration. Today, Osutec is now looking like a real university, a conducive environment to learn. So these are some of the education system, the health system, and the security system. It's doing well.
On the basis of all this, what's your advice to the Ondo State electorate come October 10, 2020?
If you are in my shoe, what will you tell them? Vote for us. Vote for us, so that we can continue with the good government that this present administration is known for, so that you can also enjoy more. This first term of the government, everybody in this state have attested to that the government is doing so much. Even the opposition party, they acknowledged that yes, he's building roads, he's repairing schools, Amotekun is there. You cannot, they are indisputable. You cannot dispute all that he has done. So when you have a good government that is running well, why do you want to change it? Give him the time that is allowed or permissible by law, 2 times. And we are pleading, we are advising the people of Ondo State to vote en masse come October 10, 2020 to return the government, APC government, being led by our own Arakunrin, Oluwarotimi Odunayo Akeredolu, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, whom I'm going to be deputizing in the next term. Thank you very much.
Well, because I want to appreciate my guests, Ayedatiwa and Professor Dayo Faduyile, for coming on the set of the Polity Roundtable. And of course, my photo editor there has been doing a good job, Dayo. I want to until next time when we'll come your way on the Polity Roundtable. I'm your host, Steve Ovieri. Thank you for watching.